critical one. Go and run up. The clock is started. 5, 4,
Hello. Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden. I'm here with JD and Zane only. Jackson will arrive when he deems it necessary. He's like a wizard. But in this game, it may be Dungeon World, but there are no wizards to be found. Only space wizards. We're playing Star Wars Ragtag tonight. Some Dungeon World excitement, espionage, heisting, thrilling combat, and a quick sound test.
I think we're good.
It's amazing. Without further ado, let's do further. All right. You hit the like button, you subscribed, and you hit the notification bell to catch more stuff like this, Dungeons & Dragons, as well as gaming content. Video games on the way in the 2025 direction. So, there should be some music playing. Now, in the room is not what I wanted. Give me a second.
There it is.
How does it sound for you? Is it there?
It's there.
Is it a good volume? I'm going to find out via the phone here in about 10 seconds. Because I don't trust myself. I do trust myself to do a good job DMing for you tonight. So like I said, leave a like and leave a comment. And if you do hate me, leave a dislike, because it does still help the channel. Is it not playing through? There's no music?
Nope.
There's no music? Oh, this is buns. What? What? Really? What?
Just go without. You want to try it without?
I mean, it's going to be like a book. You're at home, and this is like a book. I don't know.
This will be the no music episode.
I know, but with the sound being as bitey as it is, it'll be fun. Yeah, YOLO. We may do a repost. The music's in there. Do you want me to put the music, or do you want me to mute it for all?
I mean, just leave the music in there.
Well, no, but for us, it's there. But
for us, it's there.
But what if we try to give ourselves the same experience we're giving to our audience, so that we know how it feels?
We'll re-upload this for the video on demand, bros and sisters.
Wow, you just rewarded them for watching it later. How dare we? Why would we do that? Oh my god, this is horrible. Why does the music hate me? Well, but it's only on live. Everything else is fine.
I mean, yeah.
All right, we'll cut to you guys, because I'll read and we can all be here together. God, this is fun. All right.
JD playing both parts tonight. Yeah.
Yep. He's not playing both parts. He's just playing Tenzai. So the crew narrowly escaped Imperial forces and set out to steal the Kyber diadem from a high-security vault on Coruscant. With intel from Sam Fifth and an uneasy cooperation from rival leader C-14, they infiltrated a penthouse vault disguised as an office. Inside, Drex used a stolen Mandalorian gauntlet to find the hidden passage, and Jeev sensed the diadem's dark energy. The vault's passcode surprisingly matched a random bean count from a random stream chat somewhere else in the galaxy. Once inside, they navigated a floor of deadly pressure plates using acrobatics and the Force to cross safely. Tenzai retrieved the diadem, but Drex failed balancing act triggered the vault's collapse. Racing against time, they grabbed what they could and escaped before it sealed shut. However, their victory was short-lived. Imperial probe droids and security forces arrived. In the ensuing battle, Jeev miscalculated a leap and crashed to the ground, critically injuring himself. Caro was his name, arrived just in time, rescuing the crew and spiriting them away into Coruscant's underworld. After recruiting him, Kaminoan Dr. Hybro begins treating Jeev but demands a journey to Camino as payment. Meanwhile, Tanzai and Drex debate their next move regarding the Kyber diadem. Tila Voss warns them it's more than a valuable artifact. It's a key to an ancient temple with Force-related secrets. Selling it could make them rich, though, but keeping it may bring even greater danger, including Darth Vader's interest. So you all together now are weighing your options. Sam Fifth has previously revealed himself as the real Nick Solana and offered membership to an elite thieves guild known as the Sable Circle instead of payment. Accepting the offer cemented your place in the galactic underworld, but with Imperial forces closing in and the diadem's true power still unknown, your troubles are far from over.
Is the real Nick Solana kind of like the real Slim Shady?
Yes, but he stands on his hands.
Ah.
I hate that there's no music. It makes me want to die.
I think that was a swear word in Spanish.
In Star Wars?
I was trying to gibberish and I ended up saying Spanish
Spanish
swear
words?
words.
Yeah, well, Spanish and Portuguese, they're just not the same, are they?
It's true. Call back.
To our previous dialogue we've had today. Yeah, I'm super frustrated the music is not coming through because it looks like it should.
Well, it's all right. Pretend it is for everyone who's watching it right now and they're like, I don't understand. The music's there.
You know what I could do? I'm gonna try one last ditch effort. One last ditch effort. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Bro, you know who is ready? Mini Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
That's who's ready.
Zane, play it in the phone. See if it works.
Playing in the phone. Talk amongst yourselves.
Because I think I got it. Maybe. I'm totally destroying our vocals if this is the case, but it might be playing. So yeah, you guys are all together on the ship.
It's there.
Really?
It's just a little loud.
Oh, it's loud? Okay. Well, I mean, a little bit and a lot. This is where you're going to have to test still.
Give it 10 seconds.
Yes. But I did get it to go, and the reason is because I put it in channel 1.
That's way better.
So, well, yes and no. It's no longer on two separate
I
tracks.
can't even hear you right now.
It's no longer on two separate tracks.
No, he's saying the volume
The
is
volume
better
is
now.
good?
Volume's good.
You're happy?
It's way better. So
Well, I can make it quieter.
just maybe a hair.
All right. Just wait 10 seconds and we'll see what he says. This is the secret to live theater.
Live show, baby.
Yeah. JD, where's your drums?
Sweet spot.
In my
Got it.
no, they would be in my car, but they're at my house.
We could have. All right. So now that the entire stat rotation is played, a minute has passed. We are ready to go. This is real. We're playing the game.
Star Wars, right?
It's there.
You're not even listening to this VOD re-upload because this is just the straight raw live version.
This is what happened.
Regular VOD.
If you like what you saw, head over to roll21.com and buy a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna get us in the mood. You ready?
Yeah. Let's get in the mood.
Bow, 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 bow.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
that mood.
You guys are all together on your ship, known as the Spitfire. This long winged ship has a couple of crew members on it. The latest, of course, being Hybro, the Kaminoan. Kaminoans are long-necked, they are lanky, and they are smart. They have big black eyes, look like squirrels, and no ears. Very pale. And this person is wrapped in some, reddish coloration as their clothing. Hybro looks to you and says, "He is unconscious. He will likely be unconscious for some time."
I'm surprised he's not dead.
Yeah, that was a fall.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Can he come back from this?
Oh, he will come back just fine. But strangely, according to my readings, and he or she, I'm not sure, I don't remember which gender.
I think it's she.
High Rosish girl, yes, perfect. Holds up a little reader, little square sort of reader. And on that reader, it reads metachlorian count. And it has a massive spike in the downward direction.
Oh,
Negative metachlorians.
He is, down to 0.
Oh, like it's gone down.
He has no metachlorians.
Is it medi or midi?
Yes.
This is brought to you by Zuckerberg Metachlorians.
Midi-chlorians. Zero midi-chlorians.
Well, so did he... Does this mean he's not a Jedi anymore? What is this?
It means that he has lost his connection to the Force.
He's about lost his connection to life.
Some time spent in a bacta tank should be enough to heal any of those wounds, but I'm afraid unless we get serious, he may never retain his Jedi powers.
At least he won't try that stupid mind trick on me again if we get out of this.
We'll have to figure that out when we get to it.
Sure. And she bows deeply, the neck extending in front of you.
And I think internally, Drex is, just kind of being like, what a stupid kid. Why'd he get himself in this situation? But internally, he's kind of like, actually pretty worried.
Yeah. Yeah. Tanzai's just like, doesn't quite understand the move. You know what I mean? And it's just like, my job is to put myself in danger. Like, that's not his job. And so, like, he's kind of like, man, I should have done something to, like, stop him from running up the wind. Like, all those kind of things are playing through his head.
I like it. Maybe you're quiet, and you kind of all both walk into the room where he's laying down on, like, this, like, platform that you guys have in your med bay set up for where you were talking to Hybro. So as you're sort of thinking this, you're able to, like, look at him and reference to him. His blonde hair, his sort of olive skin tone, and orange outfit as he sort of sprawls across this desk.
Yeah. Well, for the time being, this is you and me.
Just like old times, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So what's the next move?
Well, I guess we go to Camino.
That's very nice of you. I did not expect to receive that so soon.
I thought it was like a demand.
You came back. You came back in there.
Hybro's in the room.
I thought it was just a moment between
You're
us.
in the room.
Oh,
Hybro could have been click-clacking. Maybe it wasn't like super obvious. Maybe Hybro puts in some earbuds.
I thought she bowed and like went away, and I was like, oh, but she just came back.
I thought that was like part of the deal.
Okay,
we had
got
to go
it.
to.
No, you do have to go to Camino. It's just a matter of like, you don't immediately have to go. It's just as a part of helping Jeev, you do need to go to Camino. There wasn't like a permanent time associated with it.
Oh, okay. Well, and she's got like a personal investment in going to.
Yeah, she wants to go and see kind of what happened because she's been stranded on Coruscant for a long time.
Okay, and we don't have a lead on the next heist, right?
You sort of have two leads on the next heist, right?
Okay.
You have the diadem that you could do something with. This, if you recall, it's like a sort of crown filled with the gemstones of Krokol Ma, right? And then you also have the Kaminoan sort of mission, which could be sort of two birds, one stone if she has any idea of kind of maybe a way to help Jeev further. But that sort of remains up to you guys.
I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of the move, right? Is like, because if we make moves with this crown without our third, that could get dangerous real quick.
Yeah,
Especially being Sith Temple.
True.
Yeah, I think if we're going to go up against dark side forces, we could use his expertise. So we might want to see about, getting him patched up.
Yeah.
Soon.
There's definitely some benefit to having 2 Jedi on your team.
2 Jedi?
I mean, I'm getting there.
What's your midichlorian count?
So does she like... and sometimes I was like...
Oh, do you want to know?
Yeah.
Roll 2d6.
Okay. We'll see what's up. Oh. Let's see if it...
I wasn't ready.
It takes a long time.
It takes so
It's
long.
moving.
It's the wrong one. Just roll.
Jackson's over there. Did you roll boxcars?
I rolled an 8.
Okay, an 8's not bad. Then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the partial success.
Okay.
Hybro says, "You're metachlorian count seems to be rising, but it also seems to fluctuate, sort of as you think. Yes, it's going up now. Yes, it is going up, but I doubt it's permanent.
What do you think this is being caused by?
Well, to my understanding, the Jedi have a connection to the Force that goes beyond spiritual. It is physical in nature. Ruined a franchise, almost. However, this physical connection to the Force, we, Kaminoans, believe it to be called the Alpha Strain, a genetic experiment we once buried, yet could be helpful now. If you do wish to be a Jedi, or potentially give Jeev long-term connection once more, we may be able to retrieve the Alpha Strain on Kamino.
Wait, so is this like a Disney canon?
I'm having a good time.
Okay. You said almost ruined the franchise. I thought it was commentary on
No, that was commentary.
Oh, okay.
But then I continued.
Okay.
No, I'm giving you a heist.
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
should absolutely go grab the Alpha Strain.
I see. Well, to Kamino then.
Windows Movie Maker transition.
It spins, right, Star Wars style. Let's do a different music for the travel, for the traversal. All right. So, as you sort of convene, you leave behind Jeev in the room of his healing, and you head to the outer rim. Have you ever been outside the galaxy?
I don't think we have
Outside? No, been
around.
right up to the edge though.
Tila is making quick reference of where we exit the outer rim to make sure that you're able to return, because there's going to be a whole lot of nothing. Now, that's space anyway, right? But in this case, it's a whole lot of nothing times a lot more nothing. Right? To get to a strange point in the distance that you're trusting this alien to. But she nonetheless points you in the right direction, and you do receive a coordinates to travel to. Trix Manto, the small, unsullen girl, approaches you with her large bag that seems to be endless. She opens it up, reaches within, and pulls out something to attach to your left arm. It seems to be a hand.
I like it. Let's give it a shot. And so he pulls the big magnet thing off and kind of holds his arm down to her level.
And gives you sort of his hand. It spins around 180 degrees and then locks into place. And all of a sudden, the phantom limb syndrome disappears. And it's almost as if that is your hand.
Sweet.
And then as you sort of back away, she pulls your arm one more time and then just slaps a wrist rocket on your arm.
Sweet. Like, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, you have one wrist rocket and a grappling hook on your arm right now.
Sweet.
Hey JD, just make sure you you watch that wrist rocket.
Nope. I'm just gonna first thing that happens is I'm gonna fire it off.
It is the eternal problem with one-time use items. When is the right time?
Right.
Ah, because it's like shink.
Yeah, it is a rocket in your arm.
Yeah.
Firework.
It is.
style.
It is a once per heist item.
I just walk. I walk into the bridge. I'm like, check this out.
Blow a hole.
I mean, it's in the thumbnail, right? It's there. But I figured you needed some long range without Jeev.
True.
All right.
While we're doing this, I feel like Drex would be kind of going over to that crown.
I see. Yes, you head over to the Kyber diadem. It is a beautiful crown, and on it is many a gem, red, glowing. Softly.
Can I just pick it up and hold it?
You can.
I'd like to just kind of examine it,
It is pretty. It's not dainty, it's thick. It's well constructed and smooth along every point that is not a gemstone. The gemstones are jagged, poorly cut, seemingly pieced together from gemstones that were cracked or exploded off of larger ones. Maybe you see the accumulated value of this item would be well into the millions.
Wow.
To the right buyer, priceless.
Not like a MasterCard commercial. Sorry.
What's in your diadem?
What's in your diet?
I don't know.
That's capital what?
So, Tanzai will kind of emerge from where he was talking to Trex and be like, so what do you think we do with that thing?
Well, we could sell it. We could use it. We could turn it into something different. I don't know, Mr. Jedi. What kind of toys you think we could make with all these kyber crystals?
Well, that's a great question. We could definitely make some weaponry, for sure. I'm not super familiar with all the ins and outs of the lightsaber, but that's the battery for it pretty much, right?
Indeed, it is the battery for a Jedi's weapon. Although I did hear something once. I heard the Emperor was using very large kyber crystals for a little project that he had to blow up planets.
So, the bigger the battery, the bigger the juice.
The bigger the juice, and it's not just for lightsabers, is what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. We could definitely transform that into something. The problem is, what does it do to the user?
Look what it did to Alderaan.
Yeah. Fair point.
Well, we'll probably be able to find contacts on Camino. Nevertheless, it's a very scientific community.
Excellent.
Sure. If no one's there, we'll at least be able to find a way to find someone.
Yeah, do you guys want to do any like lore investigations or see if you just know anything about it?
I actually would. I was kind of...
There's some steeped in lore or spout lore. If you want to do steeped in lore, you're sort of spending some time on the way to investigate what you know. Maybe you're talking with Highbrow. Or if you'd like to spout lore, you could potentially just be like, do I know anything? And then that would be a good way to do that.
I don't think he knows a ton about Camino, so I would say I spend a lot of time talking with Highbrow.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely use steeped in lore.
So, well, let me see. Steeped in lore. Let me look at the options.
Roll plus
actually.
intelligence, and then you get to choose 2. You get to like learn a valuable treasure, dangerous enemy or group, right? So it's like it'd be good to get.
Let me see. Well,
some of those.
I'm trying to compare that to the outcomes of spout lore.
So spout lore, I basically just have to tell you some truth, and then
Okay, it's a little more free.
just a little more free
freestyle.
form, right? But these are just like direct answers to
Okay.
those things.
All right, I'll do that then.
While he's doing that, I would like to know a guy and reach out to the guy, I don't remember his name already. The guy we talked to that was the leader of the Sable Circle. And see if he has any...
Alana.
Yeah, Nix. So I'm going to reach out to Nix and see if he has any contacts there or any information about the place.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely can. So go ahead and roll your I know a guy, and then of course you're rolling now your steeped in lore.
So that is a 3 and a 1, and that is +2. So it's doesn't really quite cut it. It's just 7.
7, and steeped in lore you get to
Or
choose 2.
6.
6 is a fail.
3 and 1 + 2 is 6.
So in the midst of having a conversation with Highbrow gets offended. Kaminoans are proud people, and they're racist people. And there's a moment when, in the midst of you addressing this sort of like, oh yeah, what's the alpha strain? Like, what does that mean? What are we looking for? Is there a location that we should be particularly on the lookout for? Like, what do your people do? And like in the midst of your questioning, you sort of ask like, you know, what kind of happens on Camino? Like you just kind of started to dig, and everything was off limits immediately when you kind of poked too hard at them specifically.
Well, they did kind of practice eugenics on their own race.
They really did. So yeah. So anyway, there was just kind of a moment when the conversation just became unavailable to you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So my roll was great, as you can see. I rolled 3, which in a charisma with a -1, so I ended up with a 2.
All right, so you reach out to Nyx.
And I've marked experience on that. So.
Yes.
So you're in the middle of space, charting through hyperspace. Actually, not hyperspace. You have to travel this. You can't hyperspace this, can you? Because I think there's no lane that allows you to do this because you're outside the galaxy, right?
Sure. I mean, you hyperspace there, but it's just takes a long time.
Yeah, just be a long travel for you. So anyway, you're in the midst of this hyperspace, and you do actually get a hold of Nyx. He's like, "What?"
Nyx, I know it's early goings, but we're heading to Camino, and was curious if you have any contacts or have any information about anything out there. It's outside quite a bit, so I didn't know if you if the circle reached that far.
It's about to.
Fair enough.
But I'm not sure you're cut out for the task.
What task?
I'll send another team.
Damn. Marking that experience, both of us.
Well, I guess we'll just have to take out another one of his teams. No, it's our team now, I guess. Anyway. And it's funny because like Tanzai's just standing there talking to himself, like his communicator's gone, like he's been cut off, and he's just talking out loud to himself, and he's like, anyway, and he just walks away from like he was standing by the window.
Oh, did you say something?
Yeah. And then he just walks away.
We arrive, hyperspace out of it. There's a spheroid covered in water, massive planet covered in water. And you zoom towards this planet. As you enter its atmosphere, an instant downpour of rain. I'm not going to play around with sound effects because that's just going to be a lot today. But a downpour of rain, lightning goes off in the atmosphere as you pass through. Somebody roll 2d6 for me, and we'll see if it impacts your landing. Ooh.
That's a 5.
It's a 5?
Do I mark experience on that or no?
No, that is for me to just get free. When all of a sudden the lightning crashes into the side of the ship, the ship sort of shakes for a second, and then whoop, whoop. Tila looks up and goes, "Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We just lost hyperspace. It's fine. I can get that online. That's all we lost."
Okay.
So leaving quickly has become a problem. Thanks, Michelle. Okay. Oh, we don't know how many beans.
No.
What are we doing?
I just thought about that. So pause as we're landing in Camino.
Michelle, you just saved the day. How many beans, JD?
So I'll go with 13.
We started with 10.
Did we?
Yes. Michelle said 10 beans, and I told her I'd carry him over.
Oh,
Okay.
You're right.
That's right.
All right. So 10.
I got you.
And I'm adding 13 because it's my favorite number.
Let me do some math. I'll add 45 for how many minutes late we were.
Okay, 45. All right. Beans are back in the game. All right. If you don't know what the beans are and you're just joining us and you have no idea what's going on, normally the sound isn't this bad. And if it's really good, then it's
fine.
normally amazing.
Normally we don't have issues with it.
Yeah, right. And then I do this thing called beans. If you write into the chat, no problem, Michelle. If you write into the chat the number of, like a number, then I add that to what I call the bean counter. And the bean counter is a random number that's going to impact the game. Sometimes it's a passcode. Sometimes it's the amount of money. Sometimes it's the amount of enemies. Sometimes it's just how long you stare into the abyss. So anyway, we're back in the game. You are just struck by lightning, and your ship shields absorbs most of it and goes straight to the hyperdrive. And the hyperdrive is now offline for the time being in the foreseeable future. I don't know where the stutter came from, but it's gone. So now you are over the water, and you see in the distance a large facility that is sort of smoking, and halfway underwater as well. But it is a massive sort of dock scenario. What do you?
Oh, no, I was gonna put it in.
Did we get 69?
No. I was gonna put it in the middle, but it's too far to reach, and so if I have to add more in it,
Here, I got it.
Oh, he's got it. Oh,
okay.
perfect.
So anyway, yeah, we're coming into land and blah blah blah.
Cool. So yes, you see in the distance this massive, essentially what would be a futuristic swamp village, right? But instead of it being made of wood and trees, it's made of metal and machine. The points come to a top, or the tops come to a point, and every building is sort of cylindrical in that way, and each are connected by these large docks, essentially, because the water is now so high. They are basically docks.
Okay.
But there is a landing pad, and on one of these landing pads, one of these landing pads is actually two pretty old ships. You guys aren't exactly sure where they're from. If one of you wants to spout lore, but they're basically A-frame and look like they could carry troops.
I think
You'd probably know more than I would.
I'll try it. I've been doing really well tonight, so.
Ooh, doing better.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Roll plus intelligence.
So I don't have a plus to that, but that is a natural 11.
Nice. So you recognize these ships as as former. What's the clones? Where were they?
Republic.
Thank you.
Republic, yeah.
The former Republic dropships. They were designed and used for carrying clone troopers, and are both parked there on top.
These are troop movers from the old Republic. There might be some.
The former Republic, because the old Republic is the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
the
you're
former
good.
Republic.
You're not
Thousands of years ago.
Yeah, you're good. They don't know how to name in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like the ones from like the old times.
The slight over the hill Republic.
Right. They're like 50s.
Yeah, right.
From the 50s. So I don't know why anybody would be driving around people movers versus cargo ships.
Can I spout lore a little bit?
You absolutely can try.
I can try.
The ship, as you are all piloting it, Tila will say is driving, and she sort of pulls over to one of the other unoccupied landing pads and gets the ship to land. Remember, the rain is consistently going atop the ship, and you sort of hear that constant rush sound.
And that's plus intelligence?
Intelligence, yep.
Plus 2, 8.
8. So in this case, you're looking to spout lore on what? These ships?
These ships, yeah.
Little do you know about these ships at this point. You understand that obviously they would be used for, shuttling troops, but in which case, right now they seem to be out of commission. And the way that they look right now is that you probably would have to get them online to make further use of them. However, the markings on the sides of these are very plain, very simple, very by the book.
Mm-hmm.
So these are not like specialized ships that would be a part of a larger regiment or, like a 215 or like any of those kinds of weird iterations.
I know that after the Empire shut down the cloning facilities on Camino, they essentially disarmed the planet of all its clone forces. It's very strange. You can find these on the black market, but it's very strange to see one here.
Hi, bro. Do you know anything about these? Why are they just sitting here?
Hybro leans her elongated neck and head toward the window. Why are they sitting there, you ask? Not sure.
When was the last time you were here?
It's been a long time. Over a decade at least.
I wonder if there's a way we can commandeer these things. You say they're sold on the black market.
All the time. Surplus. Army surplus.
Might be worth looking into. Keep in mind, I guess, for sure.
We're looking for Facility Theta 29.
Okay, I guess to the task, as it were.
Indeed.
A deep sea lab. It's something funny, Tenzai.
Tanzai remembers back to his Adult Swim days when Sea Lab 2021, and just such a good show. Anyway,
Yes. This very well could be the location. We'll be hop-stipping until we find it. We could potentially scan at each one of these and see if there's a facility below.
And then jump.
And then eventually, take an elevator, you dimwit.
This is a hops.
Man.
It's just a Verk thing.
wow. All right. Well,
Come in, Camino.
she's pleasant. All right. Yeah. So Tanzai will not run over. He's like right there. He'll just reach over and hit a scan and see if there's. And so just kind of go to each different landing spot.
Yeah. You end up finding that this particular location is not the home of Facility Theta 29.
Right.
But it could be potentially interesting given what those two shuttles are sort of sitting there for. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting, like you said. It's intriguing.
Does it show that there's anything below it at all? Or
Yeah, these big, long rods that extend into the sea. Some of them have sort of circular extended discs that allow them to float quite heavily, but then most of them just go all the way down. Like the Jetsons
yeah.
style structure.
Yup.
I might keep that in the back pocket just to check it out. I'm curious about what's going on here. Let's out to the next spot.
Can I just be scanning?
Yeah,
something?
you guys start flying and scanning. You do find Facility Theta 29 after some searching. I would say maybe a couple of hours of searching. Sort of almost nearly planet-wide scan. You find a facility that matches that description. And eventually you see one trio of these structures, these massive cylindrical bases, each with a dock that now connects, and then a large space in the middle, and then a handful of these dropships as well.
I think we found our spot.
All right, it's time to dive in.
It lands.
Let's jump in.
All right, so as you
I
go,
say that specifically at highbrow. I'm like,
as you go, Hybro says, "I will be coming with you.
great.
I'd hate to see you ruin the perfect sample."
I'm right here, but I appreciate it. And so then I just walk. So Tansai is just not a fan of highbrow.
Nah, I'm not a fan of Hybro either.
I'll be like,
As he walks away, Hybro turns to you and says, "We have no need for Kyozo. They are largely useless, except for fodder."
well, you would say that, wouldn't you? What's with?
Extends her relatively strange body, and then walks out of the ship.
Well, I guess I'll take our Jedi friend.
No, we can leave him behind.
You can. We can't.
No, we're gonna bring it back.
Oh.
The Alpha Strain. We're gonna bring it back to the ship so we can.
But we need to heal him too.
Yeah, that's what she's doing on the
I
ship.
thought that just gives you the force.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying put him in a back to tank?
Yeah, I mean, like get him. some treatment.
Sure, I'm into it. If you want to go grab him.
Yep. I come out.
You go grab him, put him on one of those pushy carts that sort of floats him around.
Yeah.
I like it. You make sure and turn him to the side so he doesn't get waterboarded by the rain. And I don't know, it's a detail. It's important.
That's fair.
And she sort of walks out. As you see her walk out, her eyes are sort of just like deflecting the rain. Like it's no big deal. Sort of like blinks away like a aquatic creature almost. You see sort of her little dorsal fin sort of emerge amidst the water. And Highbrow continues to walk and says, "Be useful."
You'd be surprised how useful I actually am.
I would be.
You'll see. And then I just point the arm rocket at her, and then just
Drex just rolls his eyes and shakes his head, continuing to push the...
All right, so you guys go to the first building, the closest one. And upon the closest building, immediately you open up into a white hallway. The lights are flickering.
This is always a great sign.
Oh, great.
And you push through, and... Excuse me. So the pickles, man, they're coming back.
Right.
Hot pickles.
Hot pickles. And you guys are walking through this hallway. It sort of comes to a slight curvature, and as you get to the far wall, there's a bit of like a... It opens in the between some of the sparks. And then inside the room is like a bunch of seats sort of around desks and circular desks that each would have computer terminals on them, but in which case they're not operative. Now, also you see at the back end of the room is a back-to-tank.
Over there.
You guys push him up to the back-to-tank.
Is this still operable?
It should be. Inconsistent, but operative nonetheless.
Well, yeah, let's get him in there. Come on.
So Tanzai will walk over and pick Jeeve up and walk over to the tank and try to open it.
Yep. You're going to need to bend bars, lift gates on that one.
Okay.
That one's, it's stuck a little bit. She begins to connect him to the proper tubing to allow him to breathe and whatnot.
So that is a 10.
Wow.
So doesn't take long, nothing damaged, and it's quiet.
Couldn't have asked for a better scenario. You almost time it to the sparks and open it perfectly. She lays him in, taking off his clothing in a wad, and says, the human body is gross.
Especially when it's mangled like that.
Yeah, you see he's got like a lot of cracked bones and bruising. And then she just sort of lays him in there and then allows you to close this doorway. And he's in basically a big pill filled with liquid. He's got a mask on and a bunch of tubes that she sort of inserted into some of his body's parts. And now he is floating in the center of this sort of tank. It's just like...
So, how do we keep a watch on this and keep looking? Hi, bro. Can we trust you to stay here and watch him, make sure nothing happens?
Fine.
What are we looking for?
You're looking for the alpha strain. The last sample, a preserved embryo within the ruins.
Is it going to be big, small, something we can fit in a pocket? What are we talking?
We attempted to create a force-sensitive clone using salvaged DNA. The alpha strain should be no larger than your thumb.
Good to know. You said there would be computer terminals and whatnot around.
They're just seemingly not operative.
They're not working.
Like you're expecting holographic projections based off the way that these tables are seated.
Oh, okay.
You're just not seeing any holographic projections.
Okay.
I know it's not like you Kaminoans to stick your neck out for others, but make sure our friend is taken well care of. It would be in your best interest.
I never break an agreement, and the agreement is that I would save him if you would bring me to Camino. Our end of the bargain has both been concluded, should he live.
Fair enough.
All right. Let's get on.
Ross.
I know. What a long neck they have. Have neck long. I know. All right. So, you are, your friend is well taken care of, and it is now the two of you in this large facility.
All right. Back to the old days. I'll draw my blade and kick it on, and I'll be like, and kind of bow and motion and be like, after you, sir.
Indeed. Some might say the good old days. And I'll take point.
All right. So you look around the facility at large. I need either one or both of you to discern realities.
Go ahead.
Should we both?
Sure.
Your chances of success and failure are both higher because of that.
Here. We'll both do it.
And that is it's wisdom?
Yep. Plus wisdom.
So it's just mine's just a straight up 8.
8. All right. You get to ask one of your discern reality questions.
Let me find my discern reality
7, 8, 9.
You get to ask one of your discern realities questions.
Sweet.
So as you both are sort of navigating this facility, I'll describe just briefly a little bit. It is filled with computers, filled with some educational facilities, a bit of like some working out spaces as well. It seems that this is where they were germinating clones, right? The clones weren't their only genetic experiment, and there is evidence of that. But as the clones became their primary objective, all of these other facilities that were not primarily clone facilities were outfitted to serve purposes for the Republic. And this facility seems to be one that was transferred into a cloning facility, but wasn't originally.
Okay.
So with that knowledge, what are we asking?
You rolled first. Go ahead.
I want to go with what here is useful or valuable to me.
I like it. What here is useful or valuable to you? Well, you know that you're going to be entering an elevator is your goal, right? Because the sunken lab is where you're going. And you find a number of elevators in this facility. Some that go up, some that go down, some that go both directions. But ultimately, you do find an elevator that you believe, as you open it and look at all the numbers, that you believe is going to be able to take you at least below the surface.
Okay. I think this is the one we want.
And I will say, what should we be on the lookout for?
You get a sort of coming through the sort of speakers, and yet it also has some interference in your radio as well.
Noted.
If you want to, you can tune into such frequency, noticing that something's going to come through.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So you hear on the speakers like a almost muffled, like something's not properly tuned in. You adjust to that on your radio and hear an almost half announcement. It is a sort of Empire presence. A code asking for any available people on world who are still dismantling to be on the lookout for a ship matching your description.
I think that's a good place for an intermission.
Well, we started late.
I know.
Ah,
Jackson just got here.
he can join. All right, fine. All right, we will take a quick intermission, and we'll see you in 5 to 10 to 15 minutes.
All right. Bye.
All right, Jackson's here. Woo!
Howdy, howdy.
Beans, please.
13.
All right, 13 beans been added to the bean counter. Ross, I know you're in the chat. I know you're our friend. Hit me up with some more beans. Beans are good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch earlier in this episode or previous episode, because just don't leave YouTube, because we love it when you're watching us. Thank you. All right. Gross. So I had some Sprite. I got to hit some spooky music because we're going to get back into things. All right, so I'm going to give Jackson a chance to roleplay. He just sort of arrived. We're going to give him the focus for a second. Your eyes open. And you are connected to many tubes. There is a mask over your face. And you're witnessing as your body is regenerating. You are inside water, Bacta, whatever it is. And you see on the outside a Kaminoan that is deeply inspecting you.
Deeply.
Her black eyes wider than they should be. Or is that just the distortion of the glass?
Are you asking me or telling me?
What do you do?
Panic. I don't know what's going on. All I remember last time was just being on the floor.
Yeah, right?
No, but what is your character?
53 beans from Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Yes, I've added 50.
Perfect, thank you, babe. All right.
You're welcome. Okay. No problem. Honey.
Later.
I think Jeeves trying to piece together kind of what's going on, where he's at, where Drex and Tanzai have run off to, have I been captured? Am I being helped? What all is going on?
You look around. Go ahead and give me a discern realities.
And no bonus?
Discern realities is plus wisdom.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to have to remind me. That is 7.
7. You get to ask 1. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who or what is really in control here? And what here is not what it appears to be?
Who or what is really in control here?
Who or what is really in control here? Drex and Tanzai hear on the radio as they are descending in an elevator. 24 beans from Ross.
Hi, Ross.
You are descending in an elevator. You hear these imperial codes being monitored outward, but as a part of that, you hear the word Inquisitor in the midst of the discussion.
We do?
You
Not
do.
him, though?
Not him.
Wait. Stop. Can you make that? Did you make that out?
No,
It said Inquisitor.
that's not good.
You don't think they tracked us here, did they?
I don't know how they could have.
Our friend's not been very subtle.
And Tanzai kind of tells his head, he's like, which one?
The one Inquisitors would be after.
That's fair.
Ouch.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess the clock's ticking again.
So, Jeeve, you look around and she taps the glass. Doom, 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 doom. You hear echoing in your ears. She waves. Currently, she is in control here.
I tap and wave back.
And she sort of is like alarmed and that you're moving and that you've healed so rapidly. She climbs up the stairs and just like waits patiently, tries to lift the gates and can't do it.
It's almost like you can't open a door without me. She hears in her head.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
Has she tried bending the bars?
No, she tried lifting the gate. But you can swim in Bacta.
Yeah.
You're in a massive vat of this stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do that.
So you swim up to the space and need to roll a defy danger strength. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, that's not good.
What'd you roll?
That's a 3.
3?
There's 2 1s and a +1.
All right.
Did you move that?
Yes.
Slightly. Don't move. It's fine.
He rolled a 3. You open the space. She hands you a towel that she found folded next to the space, makes sense. It's dusty, so it flips up. All of the dust flies out, and then she wraps you. You were naked, and she helps remove the tubing from your body. And as she does that, she says to you, "I overheard on the radio something about an inquisitor. What does that mean?"
It's not good news.
"Oh, darn. Well, then I suppose you'll have to tell them that." And you see, like, 6 or 7 stormtroopers, 2 officers. It's definitely 7 stormtroopers, 2 officers, and a person dressed all in black, wearing a long hood. Gosh. But it is not Darth Vader. This person draws back their mask or their hood, and you see a slate gray steel mask like Cobra from G.I. Joe, like just a reflective sort of Mercury-esque mask.
Like the Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
It's the reflective mask. You see yourself back in. You still see some of your wounds have yet to heal all the way, but you're out of the tank. Your clothes are nearby on a table, including your weapon. The person with the steel mask says, "Hello. You must be Tanzai?"
Can't say I am.
"Ah, then you're Drex."
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
One of the officers says, "Sir, he's clearly the Jedi." And then he says, "I know. I'm playing with my food."
Did your mother not teach you better manners?
No. My mother taught me to wear clothing, though.
Well, last I remember, that's what I had on.
And then he pulls out from his waistcoat your lightsaber in his hand and says, "Seems that fate wanted me to have this rather than you at this very moment. What do you say of that?"
I'm not sure I understand.
You rolled a 3.
Oh, that.
Listen,
I'm inclined to disagree.
I want you. Yes, you're the largest gemstone at the center of my diadem, but I need, instead, your friends.
If I could tell you where they are, A, I don't know if I would, and B, I don't know where they are.
Then it seems that they are smarter than I thought they were. If you'll come with us gently, then we will let you live.
I feel like calling them smarter than you thought might be giving them a little too much credit. But,
We saved your life.
Next time you end up in a puddle, we'll leave you as one.
Yeah, because we're too stupid.
We don't have a bucket.
But, given the circumstances, I think I will have to come peacefully. I don't think I can put up much of a fight.
Why is that?
I mean, you can see me. I'm not looking the best at the moment.
Oh. And then you see some of the officers like kind of like what, like shrug. The stormtroopers hold their guns, at ready positions, and he says, I would like you to be clothed and here. And he hands you your lightsaber.
Thank you. I'm gonna go get dressed.
Sure. And they all watch.
It's kind of weird. There's not like a change room or nothing.
We're not letting you leave our sight. What did you think? This was a spa?
I was kind of hoping so.
There'll be time enough.
Apparently, I'm getting changed in front of a ton of people. That's weird.
All of them are men,
That's
except for the geneticist.
Time enough for what?
The spa.
Obviously. That's next.
You didn't understand that? I thought I made that obvious.
I know, I got that. How far are Drex and Tanzai?
They're headed down under the sea.
Oh.
Speaking of, I'm going to cut to them now.
Yeah, please do.
You guys are in an elevator. And then
I'm just pretending to be a crowd.
eventually, the tube becomes translucent. Like the walls are glass at some point, thick glass. And you see very dark, very navy abyss. This water is very dark. The sky is cloudy and raining in a downpour eternally. There is no light under the surface. And you see a massive, gargantuan even, Leviathan in the distance.
This is above water?
No.
Underwater.
Yes.
Okay. And we're seeing this from the surface.
No, we're in the tube.
You're just going down.
Oh. Freaky.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like one of those underwater aquarium like tracks that kind of rolls through, and you see like the sharks and the massive things over you. Only it's just straight down instead.
So we think of like Subnautica.
Yeah. And then you see that there is sort of a like, it's like a wheel. There's a big tube, and attached to these tubes are, in a circle, and then attached to each corner of this tubes are large cylindrical rooms. They're more circular if you want to imagine them squat as they sort of go around the space. But basically, you're going to go to the center of what would be a four-way intersection to different rooms.
And they kind of spoke out
Underwater.
Yeah.
And eventually the window becomes less consistent. And you occasionally see this massive beast swimming beyond, but instead you get down to the bottom level. Ding! It opens up, still sparking, and then occasionally you also hear the vent sort of not consistently applying enough oxygen.
We have adventuring gear, right?
Yeah.
we do.
I think I'm gonna take like an air breather. Check my air breather.
Yeah, it's at full.
Is that full? Okay.
You're
That's a
gonna spend it
use
to
of
have
an
it?
adventuring
You're
gear.
gonna spend it to have it? Yep. Love it. You recognize the air is breathable now, but who knows? You are underwater after all.
I'm gonna hang on to mine for the time being.
If you look around and you're in a white room, still very clean, except for the sort of crates placed around.
Are there any like signs or anything that's like would kind of direct, like,
Yeah,
scientists showed up and like, all right, where are we going? So
for sure they would if you read Kaminoan.
bummer.
Unless you, do you want to spout lore?
I can try it. I can see if I can read it.
You just can read it, yeah.
This would be awesome if I can. That's wisdom or intelligence. It's intelligence, I think.
Yep.
So that is an 8.
You are able to get a general sense of how their language relates to yours. So you can get like direction and like some understanding of
Sure.
like oh, this definitely means on because I know that this is a light switch. Like you're able
Yeah.
to sort of teach yourself piecemeal throughout this experience.
Sweet.
So one of the hallways is obviously like a lab.
Okay. So I'll kind of look at him like, I think this is the lab.
So how's the lighting?
Flickery,
Flickery,
dim.
dim. I'm gonna go ahead and have weapons drawn as we're going through this.
Yeah.
Kind of put on alert.
When it's off, it's pitch
well, yeah,
under here.
it's underground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I assume we just kind of have flashlights on our guns and.
for sure.
Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and light up the saber part of my blade.
It emits its orange glow.
All right. All right. Let's see if we find any important rooms. And can I look for like a room that stands out?
So
as,
you're
like, not an
heading down
office?
the long hallway
Toward the lab.
lab.
Correct.
So basically, like I said, it's 4 rooms just from out the center.
Gotcha.
And so you're heading along this long hallway, this stretch of hallway towards the lab.
All right. Well, I guess yeah.
Yeah, you're
toward
good.
the lab.
Yeah. So you're walking toward the lab, and you hear like shuffling feet. Probably a group of people down the hallway. But it flickers every now and then.
Hold up. Wait. And then I'm gonna like motion for us to kind of duck into a room on the way.
There's no room.
There's
You're in a hall.
It's just the hall.
It's a big hall.
Do you hear that?
I did.
All right.
I did say there were crates, so you're welcome to imagine with the crates. If you want to like hide behind the crates and stuff.
Okay. Like yeah, duck down. Okay. It sounds like we're not. Sounds like that other team might be here first. Remember the ones you tried to contact?
Oh, there's no way they'd get here before us, though, right?
Somehow they might, or someone. I mean, who else would be down here?
Yeah. Who knows?
All right. Well, let's try and get the jump on them.
Agreed.
And so you continue down the hallway very carefully, very stealthily. Go ahead and roll to defy danger. And I'll let you intelligence or dexterity. It kind of makes sense to me. Or you may hold steady with your constitution.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to try to do the hold steady with my +2 to con. So putting me at a 9.
Okay, you're careful.
pretty good.
Careful with your noise. Maybe not fast, but you're getting some good.
10 plus dexterity.
Nice.
12.
Nice.
Nice. So
That's a good
Drexler
roll.
leads the way, and you sort of just make sure that you're not making any noise because he almost even goes ahead of you a little bit. And Drex, very quickly, you find yourself sort of in the middle of what sounds like the shuffling feet, and then suddenly, Tanzai, you see amidst the flickering light for a moment, he's in the middle of like probably 11 stormtroopers? Question mark? No, their helmets are different. Their helmets are Phase 1 clone troopers. But they're shuffling. Their arms are out and low, and they sort of...
Put more of a New Zealand accent.
Are they moving towards him?
just around. He's not bothering any of them because he's quiet, but he's walking through a horde.
So they're not like shoulder to shoulder with me.
No, they're like spread throughout the hallway. It's a pretty wide hallway.
And I start to see him too.
Yeah, you sort of like you're sneaking through them. Yes,
Oh
Ross put
my
it expertly when he said zombie troopers.
Zombie Troopers. Like and subscribe for Zombie Troopers. Oh, goodness. I kind of like one side, the other. Just look back at Tensai.
And then, so I'll kind of put my blade kind of like forward and just continue moving forward. And then I'll get up to Drex and just be like, old times. And I'll turn and put my back to his.
Yes, thank you.
And then so as he moves forward, I'll feel him pull away, and I'll step back.
Yeah.
And so I'll walk backwards as he's moving forward.
And I'll switch my gun to like the Geonosian blaster mode,
Yeah. Sonic blasting.
sonic blasting.
Yeah. You guys are backing up slowly. The tension is high. I got to cut back to Jeeve. All right, so Jeeve, you've got your clothes on.
That's comforting.
Now I'm gonna come back to.
And you have your lightsaber on your person. And this masked potentially Inquisitor, as you see his lightsaber with a circular hilt on his hip. He says, "Are you ready to go?"
Out of game before I answer that. How is my health?
You're good.
Cool.
You're backed up.
Cool. I think I'm about ready, and I'm going to cut a hole in the floor and dart.
You're gonna cut a hole in the floor. All right.
Just go in the ocean.
Fall in the water.
Oh, am I on the bottom floor?
And then he
Yeah.
drowns.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was like,
So you're in. So I probably should describe this for you. There's a
Yeah.
massive cylindrical room, but it's a squat cylinder with a big point on top. You can picture it. You've been a Camino.
Yeah.
And then with on the outside are all of these sort of dock like rail edges, right? And it connects to three of them. So it's like a pod of three sort of buildings, and then between each building are landing pads. Some of them have well, now that you are sort of looking outside trying to make your quick movement, you understand that there's an Imperial ship over there, one of those that has like the little wings that flip up. It's
Shuttles.
white. Yeah, shuttle. And then you also see a massive Star Destroyer in the sky.
Got it.
I do like the fact and how funny it would have been if he would have like survived a 300-foot fall, revived, and then just drowned himself immediately.
Or
From falling.
devoured by a Leviathan.
Yeah, didn't know I was on
No,
the
you're
bottom
good, but you're on the.
floor.
There's
Yeah.
like a kind of one floor that we're imagining in this.
Is there only the
space.
one exit in this room?
No, there's two exits, right? There's the one on each side that go out to the next location.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, but you're there, and he says, "Are you ready to go?"
Go where?
I see the answer is no. Do we need to talk first? Anything you'd like to know?
I'd like to know where I'm at and what's going on.
You're
Just
on.
trying to stall.
I see. He starts to talk. You're on Camino. We are here in search of you and your ragtag bunch of friends. See the
Shameless self-promotion.
The Spitfire is being handled by my other team. Your friends are at my mercy. So should something go wrong, they're instructed to end their lives.
And where are my friends exactly?
The only two that are unaccounted for are Tenzai and Drex. And it like cuts the circle like on the screen of their back to back, like sneaking through the zombies. Any time now.
Just trying to think. Is there anything you may have missed?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Which is why I'm bringing you along. Lord Vader was very precise. Don't fight the Kyozo. Everyone else was fair game.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
What's in the room above this?
You're not sure. You're in a pseudo classroom.
Gotcha.
I thought you were just asking that in character.
No.
He's like,
I wasn't.
above us is.
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Let's go. Sorry, what are you saying?
I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next. Try to get out of this.
I
Safely.
have backed you into a corner.
Yeah.
So what do you do, dog?
Bark, bark. Well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
No, you do not.
What if I paid you off instead?
Then you'd be dumber than the rest.
No, I'm not the smartest person around.
A little Trixpanto offered me a gun. I said no.
I should have taken it.
Someone did.
Interesting. I'm going to guess our entire group, minus the three of us, are on that Star Destroyer. Or in the shuttle.
The Spitfire is likely where they remain. It hasn't been that much time.
Oh, gotcha. You're saying they're just, like,
On the
cornered in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He has hostages.
I
Yes,
see.
he's saying do some shit and I may kill them first.
I see.
Like he's a sore loser is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I just don't know what all I've missed, so.
No, you're fine. You've missed approximately all that your character has a knowledge of right now, so
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, well, may as well take me.
All right, so he leads you outward towards this shuttle, and you're walking along the path. We cut back to the group that is downstairs with the zombie troopers. The zombie troopers are not triggered because you guys rolled well, and I'm not going to do anything. But then you enter this large room, this large circular room, a squat room. I gotta change music. And you look around and you see cables hanging from the ceiling and connected to like this central mechanism in this circular room. Also throughout the room are computers along the walls and interlaid like a pattern in a circle, like a clock. There are 12 containment cylinders with fluid and beings inside. And you see as one of them is broken open, and you just see like a man shriveled in a fetus style position and is just laying on the ground, shriveled and dead, no breath, nothing, but the rest are all intact. And in the central modem, there's a bunch of little vials that are all sticking out of the middle. Oh, this music is too intense.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's pretty gnarly.
It was cool, but it was too intense.
I look to Tanzai behind me, kind of like elbow him. I kind of motion towards the vials.
And I just kind of nod and
We start moving toward it.
Start moving towards it.
Stealthily.
Yeah, for sure we got to roll stealth again. So let's go ahead and roll Defy Danger. New scenario, new scene.
Sorry, missed it.
Nice.
Bro.
14.
Bro.
Hi, bro.
All right, let's see if I can match it. Not quite. Not quite. So that's 6, 7. Because I have
7.
+3.
Just pass.
All right. So, Tanzai, I hope the music's not too loud because it's loud in my ears. But you go towards the center of this space, and Drex like bumps into one of these tubes containing a being, and they hard turn, shifting inside, bubbles from their hard turn. They look at you, and then immediately, Drex, you feel this like pressure in your head, and a hand extends out to the glass, and then they kind of fall back asleep.
It's the force-sensitive troopers that they were talking about.
I just go, put my finger over my mouth, and
So I'll turn to face the vials and stuff. Are they all loaded, or are there some empty, etc. kind of thing?
What's our bean count?
158.
158 vials fill this central mechanism.
Okay.
Each one the size of your thumb.
So she said that we're looking for a sample, Not 158 of them.
Is there some kind of interface console that's working? That they're, next to?
Yeah, there's consoles along the walls, and then in the middle, computers and buttons. And
Let me see if I can find the right one. And I'll go ahead and just quietly try to...
And I'll turn and face the hall.
yep, down the hall, you hear the.
So I tried to
Yeah, I mean,
see which ones are which.
I'm gonna have to say that you're gonna have to discern realities.
Okay.
There's really not a whole lot of other options. You can aid him, given the fact that you're loosely able to speak Kaminoan.
Okay.
So if you want,
So, yeah.
you're gonna expose yourself to the danger.
Yes, I will aid.
So I'm gonna roll these two.
And then
Do
roll
you
one.
do you want to aid me still?
Yeah.
I got 2 5s.
Then you can roll again. And just make
And
sure.
discern realities is plus. Sorry.
Bean count is now at 0.
It doesn't, it doesn't hurt anything.
Okay.
Yep. Spent the beans. It's a lot of options now. Because it could have been just like 3.
Right.
You know?
Just grab 3 of them and go. Be like, here, which
But
one?
no,
is it?
there's a bajillion of them. What did you roll? I'm sorry.
It's plus wisdom.
Plus wisdom.
12.
12. You may ask
And then
3 questions.
And then
You're-
you roll the third for whatever.
I rolled a 3rd.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, let's see.
I mean, you can't do better than the boxcars.
He rolled 2 5s.
Oh.
Just for funsies. See what he give me. A 2. So
So you
That didn't help.
rolled a 14, and you get 3 questions from your discern realities list.
I was
okay.
like, I know how to say on and off and lab. That's it.
On off lab. So I get my 3 questions.
Yes.
What should I be on the lookout for? What
Okay, let's do that one first.
Okay.
You're looking around. I'm just not able to process all at once.
Oh,
sorry.
sure. Sorry.
You look around and you definitely understand that these are indeed force sensitive beings in these tubes. That's pretty much obvious given the circumstances. But what should you be on the lookout for is what happens when you pull one of these vials.
Good to know. What here is useful or valuable to me?
The vials are color coded. Red, green, and yellow. 77 beans have been added.
77 beans.
We got more beans.
Ooh. All right. Immediately.
Boom.
All right, and my 3rd question. Oh, I gotta make it good.
How's the music? Is it good?
It sounds good to me.
Well, sure, but you're hearing it through the thing.
I can check. Let us know in the chat if the music's
Yeah, let me
too
know if the
loud.
music's too loud or not, because it's amazing.
Um,
They're probably gonna say it's quiet.
who or what is really in control here?
Who or what is really in control here? Your radio sort of again, and you hear. There's no music. What? All right. Well, I put it back. See if that helps. Maybe, maybe not.
It might have just been that's quiet. That track's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's okay. At least they can hear us. Now, you hear on the radio your frequency. Yes, sir. We're taking them back to the shuttle. We have the Jedi.
So how many are there of each color? Out of 156.
I would say
58.
they're pretty evenly distributed.
We need to make a distraction. When I pull these, we gotta run. We can't let those things be around us when I do.
Which ones?
We gotta take all of them.
All right. So you're saying I need to create a distraction for the zombie things?
Yeah, like so that there's somewhere so that they're further away when we do this.
Okay.
Because right now they're kind of all around us, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
And then obviously the literal 11 force sensitives that are in tubes.
Yeah, there's those.
Yeah, the thing is, like, so are all of these like the alpha strains? So I'm gonna look around. Is there anything that's like, because alpha strain indicates and kind of like infers that there's like one.
Mm-hmm.
So looking around the lab, is there anything that I see that's like a primary connection to these vials? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the vials are all connected to.
You see, you're not able to speak the language,
Sure.
but you understand that that should be the letter L. That's the letter K. That's the letter D. And they're going in a circle. And the
Okay.
one that is destroyed is K.
Okay. Wait, so
They're in a
there's
circle.
And you said there's 12 of them.
Yes. One is destroyed, which makes 11 living.
Okay. And they all have letters underneath that each one is
They're
a letter.
associated with them, yeah.
Okay. I'm not putting that together.
Can I help him?
So I'll kind of be like, okay, I don't know how to make sense of this, but the one that's broken is K. That's L. That's D. And I'm pointing at each one.
It's not chronological. I'm just trying to go in a circle. So it's
Right,
like
right.
you have like
So
L,
which-
K, J. I'm going right to left now. Starting at that one.
Which one was that
Going
one?
in a
The
circle.
one- And I point to the one that reached out.
I just feel really obvious saying that's A, that's B, that's C.
Right. Oh, so it just goes A to K. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
I thought they were just. I thought you were giving random letters.
sure. Me
Okay.
too.
All right. So then I look and I'm like, we need to find A. And so I'll point. So
You
I'll
find A.
find A, and then do I trace it back to the center?
You trace its
Yeah.
cord
Yeah.
to the middle. And you find a cluster.
Hey, music's on.
You find a cluster
Thanks,
of
Michelle.
like. Yeah, Taylor texted me too. You have a cluster of like 5 or 6, and they're all like red.
I think it's these.
The red ones.
These 6, 5 or 6. It's this cluster right here.
And I kind of find the corresponding ones on the of the pills.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, so they're each. I say pills. Pills the shape. They're each about the size of your thumb.
Right.
The
So,
little
yeah.
vials,
So
like
vials.
glass vials. Yeah.
So we can just grab them and bolt.
So I'm gonna be ready to grab them. I'm gonna be like, all right. As soon as I grab these, we gotta run. But it'd be better if these guys were in a different part of the complex. Unless you want to just chance it.
I don't really have anything to cause a distraction necessarily.
Well, I was thinking like you just go throw something and make a noise in like another room, and they'll go toward it or something.
Yeah, I can take I've just got like some credits and stuff.
Mhm.
I'll just take one and just whip it down the center of the hallway so that they try to.
Ching 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 ching. I like it. I'm gonna make you roll. I mean, I should, right?
Probably.
It makes sense.
I mean, it's a good plan. So I'm going to say you need to defy danger intelligence or defy danger dexterity.
Can I make an argument for strength to see how far I can throw it?
I like it. Yep. You're trying to chuck it all the way at the
I'm
end.
just trying to gun it as far as I can.
Bing. Do it. Ooh.
So that's not great.
He rolled to 1.
He
So
did.
I did roll to 1, but so that's a 6, even with my plus 3.
6. Ting. It hits the side wall hard
Right.
and gets lodged in the wall.
Okay.
You chuck that sucker there.
So it's there. It's there.
It's there, and then you hear and they move down the hallway
So
quickly.
I say we grab him to the corner. Like, so like where the doorway comes into the hall, or so where the hallway comes into the room, we get to the corners.
And there's only one way to go between us and the elevator, right?
There's 2 doorways that go to the next rooms. They're just big circular edges. So you're going to have to take a long way around the circumference of the circle.
I mean, and we don't know if there's more zombies.
You don't know what's in the other rooms.
Daggone
You
it.
didn't check.
So I kind of look, so I say, grab him, 2 corners, and pointing at the sides of the hallway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
I do. You run to those locations quickly, and did you grab the vials?
I say, yeah. And then I say, okay. And then we go.
You grab the 6 vials, and in that moment, you see Alpha drains of liquid
Daggone it. I knew
quickly,
it.
and then you see as this it's a clone. It is a clone
You got it right this time.
that just bends down, looks over in your guys' direction, and then the glass shatters out from its space and then freezes in the air, Neo with the bullet style, and then drops down to the ground. And it gets out, and it's buck naked and shrivelly, and like when you just get out of the bath, like it has a, you know what I mean? Like his skin is all like that. And he just looks at you, and the zombies are coming your way, but he's obviously able to see you. What do you do?
We're under attack. Help.
Go ahead and parlay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, does it work?
So it's a 7. So am I using, but I have to use charisma, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Can I
You didn't
not-
threaten it with violence.
help or I'll kill you?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Threaten it with violence.
So then it's a 10.
Okay. I'm going to keep that 10 in mind, and I got to cut back to Jeeves.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Oh,
So, Jeeves,
yikes.
you're being escorted. You're being escorted. And you're walking along the narrow pathway. You're being pelted with rain.
Fitting.
Right? And it's just like a consistent downpour of just like, and you're getting closer and closer to the shuttle. What are you doing?
Yeah, most Inquisitors I've run into, I found were previously Jedi. Who did you serve with? Again, trying to stall.
Oh, you think you're gonna just ask me and get the truth? So cute.
Well, what else are we going to talk about? You need me to get to them, and I don't know where they're at.
It's fine. Like I said, you're the center of my crown. I'm
I don't
not
think
too
those are
worried
the
yet.
words you used.
I'll, if you don't know where they are, then you're better worth to me in a shuttle.
I would seem to disagree.
And then you hear as
I disagree.
you hear as what's her name? Highbrow.
Oh.
Highbrow says, "This is highly irregular. I am a Kaminoan. This is my home." And he says, "I don't care. If you speak up again, I will find a place on your neck to lob the head." I apologize. Good. And then they continue to walk towards the shuttle.
Remind me how many Imperials outside of the Inquisitor there are around me.
9.
9.
I did it. I put him in a rock and a hard place. The shuttle opens, extends its ramp. After you. Come on, I don't have all day.
Yes, you do. Don't lie to yourself.
No, I don't. Vader is waiting.
We have until 10:15.
Well, he can wait a little longer.
And he looks up at the Star Destroyer when he says that.
Oh. Dank Ferric.
He seems to like you.
I don't understand why.
Isn't Dank Ferric like thank God?
No.
No, it's like gee dang it is the closest thing I could say.
Yeah.
No. I always say it like with that inflection though. Like Dank Ferric.
Yeah, it's more like gosh dang it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tomater.
So what do? Do you step on the platform? This is kind of your moment here.
I was gonna say, I'd prefer not to.
So what do? You
I'm
have a
trying-
lightsaber.
Improvise,
I'm thinking in my head what I want to do, and it's. I know with the way Camino is laid out,
It's
dock, hallway, station.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna book it towards the station.
So you're going to turn around and go back where you were. Through these people. So there's a building. There's a pathway. There's the platform.
Uh-huh.
You're on the platform, facing the ramp.
Yep.
The people are behind you. What do? You want to run? You want to jump? You want to fight? You want to kick, scream,
Well,
cry?
Hop, skip.
You want to do a backflip just for funsies?
I've
Like,
been
what
told-
is it that you would like to do?
I've been told crying's a free action.
It
but,
is. Always has been.
It's the wrong button.
What do you do?
There's too many of them for me to take on
All right,
in one
you
time.
have exactly 3 seconds before someone forces you into the shuttle. 3?
I guess I'm gonna have to walk in.
All right. This is crazy. I just expected you to lightsaber out.
There's 10 people.
So?
One of them is at my skill level.
Right.
I don't like my odds.
He doesn't have the force.
Does he? Has he tried?
No,
Why not?
because you told me I didn't.
I did say that.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
So you walk into the shuttle, and he follows, and he stops the rest of the people, except for one of the officers and 2 of the stormtroopers, and the rest go to their nearby ships. And the ship closes, and I'm going to cut to the other people. We're back to Tanzai. Tanzai has just said, I'm going to kill you.
Help us, or I'll kill you.
Help us or I'll kill
To a
you.
zombie clone. Or I don't know. Maybe he's
He-
less spoiled. He was jarred.
Yeah, he just got out of a tank too. Who knows? He
He's the
has
alpha.
no clue what's going on.
He's the alpha.
Yeah, he's the alpha too.
And he just says, I can't do this. I can't do it.
The New Zealand accent.
New Zealand. I don't even know how he's going to do it.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Oh no.
Watch it for those wrist rockets.
What am I going to do now? I can't do it. All right,
That's
I'm
good
close.
enough. That's good enough.
My entire body is thinking about this. All right, here we go. So he says, kill who now? What do you mean?
These are relics they're trying to clone you. These are zombies. They're coming after us. We're trying to get you out of this experiment right now.
Now, this person in front of them is a clone, correct?
It is a clone.
Okay.
What do you want me to do?
Just help us get out. And you can come with us.
It seems you have powers. You used them to get out of your capsule.
That I did.
Then you're ready to help us out. And then I'll just kind of again and kind of like get ready.
Yeah, it lights up. And he looks down. All right. Here we go.
Just
Is there anything in the room we can give him?
does he just start doing the helicopter?
I mean, not until one of these clones are dead.
I think I have a scarf in my character art. I'll give him my scarf
He wraps it around his waist.
around his waist. Well, I'm never taking that back.
and
Thank
so
you.
It's yours.
and so I'll be like, and then I'll go.
Yeah. All right. So there are 11 zombies. Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Knock it off.
I need you to give me a defy danger strength
Okay.
as you get through this with force.
Yeah, and if need be, I'll just start swinging as I'm going.
Right.
Do I need to as well?
It's a 9.
9. He's slices through one of them. They're really easy creatures. Like, I don't even need you to roll damage. Like, it's just kind of like a.
Oh, okay.
If you succeed, you're good. If not, you get overwhelmed.
You mean a volley then?
I need you to roll defy danger dex.
Dex. Okay. All All right.
Yeah, it's more of an obstacle than a group of creatures.
Okay.
Okay.
I like to think about it like crawling, at you and trying to grab you and all that.
369. Dang thing's fine.
9. Wow. You fire at one, it blasts, and then one of them like sort of gets close to you and like, wow, and you sort of shove him off for a second. And the situation's kind of difficult as they're sort of getting closer, so it's going to get harder. As they all sort of get in there. I mean, I can't raise the DC, but like you get the point. Like they're just getting sort of on you, and then he sort of tries to push one against the wall with the force, and it shoves the creature and splats. It gets back the pressure against the wall. I need another one.
Nice shot.
I'm glad he's on the other side.
He rolled a partial, so I have to make you guys roll again.
Okay.
I nailed it.
Of course you did. Just slice through 2 of them.
Yeah, probably. It was a 12.
Yeah. Just one of them goes, "Arr!"
Oh no.
Oh no.
Would you roll a crap?
That is a 6 total.
That is a 6 total. All right, you see as Drex gets overwhelmed. He goes to fire, and he drops his gun as one of them swats down.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
Drop my gun? On a 6?
It's a fail.
It's not a critical fail.
So
Well, I mean,
will-
like they swat your arm down,
Yeah,
you're like
sure.
overwhelmed. Yeah.
I'll immediately turn and go to help him out and try to knock some of them off of him and try to get him up.
And then you hear as the clone say, "Where are you going?"
He's with me or else we're not going.
Well, it's been fun. And he just runs down the hall.
So I'll turn and grab him. So I'll just try to hit one of them, I guess. I'm trying to pull them off of him and get him back up.
Okay.
That's 9.
9. Yeah, you're able to get a couple of them off, but Drex is going to have to help.
Okay.
He could aid you, or he could roll a roll of his own.
You probably have a better stat than I do.
It's up to you.
What's this? Am I doing dex or strength?
You're going to have to strength. You're going to have to get him off.
All right, I'm going to aid you. So
Okay.
we'll do you.
Okay, so that was just enough to get me a 10.
10? Wow. Yeah, so you're able to get going. You're pushing, and then you're going to basically just have to book it.
Okay.
So carrying over your 10, you get to the elevator before it sort of gets closed, and you shove your arm, it sort of closes in, and he's like, "Looks like you're still coming with me, eh?"
Both of us.
He learns quick, doesn't he?
And he just goes and reaches out and pulls like a pair of pants
off of one of
off
the
of one of the
zombies.
guys. Yeah, one of the zombies, some shoes maybe.
So,
and he starts putting on some pants.
Can we
and
say that
some
we
shoes.
grabbed his gun
Yeah.
on the way out? Cool. Did they have any weapons on them at all?
No, they were just zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they naked?
No, they were wearing clones armor.
Oh, you already described that.
Yep, I nailed it.
So they became zombies after they were ready for battle.
Something happened here.
Should have grabbed a helmet. It'd be fun to display in the ship.
All right. So then the button gets pressed. You guys are going up.
So, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
We can just call you Al.
What's that mean? Why?
Algorithm.
Why are you calling me Al?
Watch Orbit 21.
Well, not to give you too big of a head or anything, but you were the alpha in that room. You were the first.
Of the clones.
And I hear being first is good.
Unless they make improvements on the model.
You did pretty good back there, wouldn't you say?
Can you put those pants on?
Yeah, sorry. Well, you don't like what you say.
I mean, it's
very
fine,
alpha, but-
They don't call him Jago fat ass for nothing. Sorry.
Okay, now I'm not distracted. What were we saying?
We're having a Goonies moment. We're explaining why a name is a thing.
Oh, right.
he basically is like, so I'm not sure I understand. I was trained to be a clone, given arms training, and then put in a jar. That's the last thing I remember.
So yeah, they were trying to make force-sensitive troopers. Are you familiar with the Force?
Not really.
Jedi's.
Oh, the generals.
Yes.
And how they're able to like move stuff with their minds and all that kind of stuff. That's what you were doing in the hallway.
You mean I'm a general?
Ooh,
You're,
okay.
You have the powers. The telekinesis of a general.
Ahsoka was a commander. I'm just going to make that easier for
Are we
you.
ready to take on the Separatists? Is that where we're going?
It's been a minute.
Good news on that. We won.
Who's we?
The Republic.
Oh. Well, fucking A.
But the Empire's still a problem.
Right.
What's the Empire?
They're the new separatists. Totally not the Republic. Totally different. They killed the Republic.
All right, let's get them.
Okay.
And we're on the same team.
I just look over to him and I go,
All right, then call me General Alpha.
you got it.
We're gonna call you Al.
Already a clone named Alpha.
I know.
Technically 2 of them.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of alphas.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll call you General Sigma. How about that?
Is that some joke or something?
No.
S is so much lower than A.
Okay, we'll stick with Ligma.
General Ligma.
What's a ligma?
We'll find out later.
Lick my balls.
Oh, damn it.
Just explodes.
And meanwhile, I was riding up this elevator.
All right.
The Leviathan.
We gotta cut back to G before my adolescence takes over.
The rest of our friends are like being held hostage, and we're just having a great time in the
Lick my
elevator.
balls.
I'm just being a freaking clone, which is dumb because I never thought I'd do this.
It's fun, man.
It's very entertaining. All right, so now you're in a shuttle with a Inquisitor, and he is just sitting there, and he looks over, and he's like,
And he's with Trix and
no, he's
No,
in a
I'm
shuttle.
not.
So that another group of villains are holding your ship,
okay, and they're on the ship being held at the ship.
Yep.
Okay.
and
okay.
he's going to take a shuttle to Lord Vader.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to us to save the friends. He's got to deal with Vader at this point.
If I can't find a way down.
Or this Inquisitor and the crew on board the shuttle.
Got it.
I'll tell you what. Let me just give you a verbal understanding of your scenario.
Yeah,
It has
please do.
improved dramatically because you are now with only 4 people.
Yeah. Does that include the Inquisitor?
The
or no?
Inquisitor is back there in the seat. The officer goes up to the front, and the stormtrooper stands at the back doorway. It is now 2 people in front beyond the threshold, and now you back in the space with this guy and a stormtrooper.
Cool. I'm going to snap Stormtrooper's neck
With the Force? Or with your hand?
with my hands.
So he stands up, and he just goes to snap this guy's neck. Go ahead and roll to hack and slash.
Would that be strength
It is.
in that case?
It
More
is
like-
still strength.
Hack and snap.
It is roll plus strength.
Oh, dang it.
Which is not enough.
What did you roll?
6.
Okay. He gets up,
Just shy.
and he goes to try to snap it, and the stormtrooper's helmet gives, and he goes, "Oh, you broke my nose!" As it like smashes over where his nose was, but he is relatively unharmed in this scenario. And the Inquisitor gets up, lights one half of the lightsaber, and just holds it up in your direction. And goes, "What are you doing?"
What makes you think I did anything?
You stood up. What?
Well, I saw the 2 of them, and it freaked me out. I had to stand up. I wanted to be able to fight back if one of them got to me. That one attacked that
don't
one.
know how to
You
respond.
missed it.
gaslighting
No.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're just crazy.
No. The 2 in the back with you are the Inquisitor and a Stormtrooper.
I see. I thought the Inquisitor was up front.
No, the Inquisitor's
Okay,
with you.
I see.
So
It's like,
do you get up? You get up. You're trying to snap his neck.
Oh.
And then the Inquisitor went, "What are you doing?"
You tried to snap his neck. What are you doing?
Oh, well, in that case,
Chiropractic?
yeah. His helmet looked a little off. I was
You
trying to straighten
still
it out.
have your lightsaber. I'll say that 100 more times.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a hack and slash.
Okay.
In the red.
Notably better.
There.
Still strength.
Yes.
Yep, that's an 8.
8. So you go to swing at the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor blocks the attack. He takes the damage, right, for the sake of the encounter. And then he sort of lunges at you. In the midst of him lunging at you, the shuttle door flies open, and you are now in the space. The stormtrooper is like, "Hey!" As the shuttle starts to take off, the stormtrooper rolls out the back.
How far up is it when he falls out?
6 feet in the air.
Cool. I'm darting out the door.
Yes. You are on the platform.
I'm not gonna fatally die.
Yes, you're on the platform.
6 feet.
You're right. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
You're on the platform
Yep.
with the Inquisitor, and you are now sort of head to
And stumble
head.
and fall into the water and drown.
As you guys emerge from the elevator, you're in the sort of central area, and you walk over, and you see, hey, just like the thumbnail, there is a Jedi fighting an Inquisitor while you guys are up here, except for the fact that the Kaminoan didn't end up with you, Zane. But you know what? I almost was there.
She's in my thoughts. You know.
That's good.
Do you see that over there?
If Highbrow made it out of this, we're gonna have a chat. And I just start booking it. I'm like, let's go, Al.
when I
Look at Michelle's advice.
No, charge.
Just charge and bite him. Element of surprise and then get him. Get him with your
Now-
lightsaber.
when I put my clothes on, can we say that was my Clone Wars ballistic armor, so I can get one?
Yeah,
armor?
you have your normal getup.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Can I?
I'll negate one hit as much
mean,
as
am
I
I
can.
Am I close enough to take aim? Fire.
You are very good at aiming, but sure.
I'm close enough.
You're very far away.
Just not with the
Very far away.
Geonosian blaster. I don't.
I mean, you could probably get him.
Well, I mean, I switched back to normal blaster.
You could probably get him.
You've got the darts now too, because of the.
Do I still have that long? I think I picked up a Tuscan long rifle.
Oh
a
yeah,
while
you
ago.
did on.
You had a sniper. You could have given it to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I made so the sniper that the guy was using that had like the corrosive darts from the last one.
Yeah.
So
That's what you got.
could I use that one?
Yeah.
All right. So can I take aim? Is there anyone other than the Inquisitor?
You see that there are. Your ship over on the opposite end has a handful of officers and some stormtroopers as well.
You might split up, and one of you come help.
And
me,
those
one
two
of you
are
go do
those
that.
two over there. The stormtrooper is like backing up. He's like, I'm not sure how to engage with this because story purposes, I can't shoot people that are fighting. And instead, those two are like back into lightsaber battle against each other.
I'm going to take the safer option, and I'm going to shoot the officer because he's like standing still watching. You said there's an officer and two regulars.
mhm.
So I'm going to shoot the officer, and I'm going to time it for when Tanzai is about to enter their field of view. So right before he enters their field of view, I'll take the shot at the officer.
Cool.
Okay.
Does that work?
Roll to volley.
All right. And that is a dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, man. I didn't even have the right thing.
Guy drops.
Nice.
Reload.
That's sick, dude. Just drop him from a distance. Love it.
All right.
Does anyone react? Like, do the players that I'm aiming at change positions?
They all scramble and start to look in your direction. That group of people are all like, wait, and they start blasting your direction.
What about the Inquisitor?
The Inquisitor is engaged in combat with him.
So it doesn't notice.
He does not notice.
I would imagine it's like Legion rules.
and-
Engagement's engagement.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. But
I can't take
I mean,
aim
you
at him.
can take aim at him, absolutely. I would just consider it aiding him.
And if I miss, maybe I hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like aid
poison
is just for
darts.
free. You give it him, and then you become part of the combat in terms of like taking the threat of danger. It's just you're too far away, I think, to engage with them, but you were not to engage with the group that is protecting your ship.
Okay. Well, I feel like Tanzai can finish off the other two stormtroopers. Well, but he's gonna. I don't know.
I'm
I'll
gonna-
just aid him right now
Okay.
on his next
Yeah.
roll.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna head toward the Inquisitor.
What do you want me to do?
Al, those troopers over there, they are the Empire.
Those guys are bad,
They are.
but they look like us.
I know. I will explain, and I promise to you, I'm telling you the truth.
You're not a spy, eh?
I'm not.
I believe it. All right, let's go.
And so, like,
What a little lad.
right? So
Roll
I'm
the
gonna,
parlay, and I'm like, I don't know why he wouldn't just believe you.
I'm just gonna charge, the Inquisitor because the
He's
Inquisitor
gonna see
looks
Sky
gnarly.
and just lose it.
So I'm gonna head toward the Inquisitor.
All right, so you're running towards the direction of the Inquisitor.
And I don't know if I've had my sword on this whole time, but as soon as I get close, if I'm going to turn it off,
Yeah.
as soon as I get close to the Inquisitor again, he's going to hear me light it up.
It lights up with that aggressive, doesn't work perfectly type sound that you get out like Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
I was about to say.
Just nasty.
Yeah.
It's just dubstep as F. And you just get up close and just and
Yeah.
go down, and then you
Swing.
just see you're up like on a perch, like sort of looking down, maybe second floor style, and you're just like taking shots with this like lights, this sniper rifle, and then you look over and you see Al is just like with the force smacking these stormtroopers together.
He's having a good old time.
And then you hear the sound that typical Star Wars scream as they fly into the water.
Oh, the Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll put it on the soundboard one of these days.
I don't know. It's close. So yeah.
All right.
Arnar.
So you guys are running in the direction of the Inquisitor. This is awesome. So now you're engaged in combat against him. He has a double-sided lightsaber, so he's like,
Do we have some
Hack and
combat
slash.
music?
go ahead.
Yep, me too.
Combat music, by the way.
Yep, this was intended to be close to that, but we're going to do this one now.
7.
That is a 9.
9. 7 and 9. You guys know what this means.
I need damage dice.
Yep.
I did not think about getting those out earlier.
10.
You see in the distance, Tanzai specifically, that this shuttle is turning around.
Okay. Good.
Do I have anything that would have let me do that twin strike?
What? Twin
Where,
strike?
where I can add like just a D4 damage because
Yeah.
I have a second weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you see, you have a second weapon?
No, that's what I was asking. I don't
Yeah, you
remember
do.
if I do or not.
Well, see, here's what your second weapon is.
Fair enough.
It's a fist, for those who are listening.
12 damage.
Whoa! Okay, hold on. I need to do the math now because we're engaged in a legit combat against this guy.
13.
Damage?
I rolled a 4 on a D4 and a 9 on a D10.
So now how much total is that?
25.
Wow. Yeah, he's not looking great. And he reaches both of his hands down, is going to try and evade away from you guys. He's going to try and run away. He's in a bad spot. That was 25 damage, or that was like to hit?
No.
25 damage total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucked.
Between the two of us.
And I'll take another shot at him.
Yeah, go ahead. As
Well,
he
I'm
tries
at
to
it.
jump up in the air. I
there
still
any-
think you should have bit him.
Should have bit him.
I thought about it.
The ship's coming back.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can't hold him still with the force
Oh, yeah.
in game, not knowing that.
Right.
Struggling with that.
So you go to hold your hand out. Go ahead and roll plus wisdom.
I got a
Plus wisdom, not charisma.
Oh, it's charisma. Yeah, plus charisma.
14.
Dang it, Michelle.
61 beans.
That is an 8.
An 8. He sort of like freezes in place for a second, and then he like moves his hand, and then the force that you were holding flies out of your hand. You still have the force.
That didn't quite work the same, but I'm getting there. Midichlorians and all.
Okay. So how close is the shuttle from coming back?
Far enough away that you could hit it.
Okay. I'm going to try to hack and slash this guy one more time.
Okay. So he like flies out of the air and is now like trying to be ranged from you is what he's trying to do. So to get, you have to run up to get in range of him, and you do. But it's
Okay.
just, you're like running up to him. Let's say you get up on the platform just for like visuals sake.
Yeah.
Is kind of where he's at. So yeah, you're fighting against him. Jeeve is now lower on the platform, down a set of stairs on the larger sort of actual track that would allow him to walk. So
Okay.
just kind of the space.
What's my damage, by the way?
It is your damage dice on your sheet.
I don't have that weapon written down. Or is it just
Your damage dice is always the same.
It's always the same.
It is dependent upon your character class in Dungeon World.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you're good.
So yeah, he hit him, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I did. I had a 14, so 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not.
Alright.
He's not happy.
So I'll go ahead and hack and slash again.
wow.
I just do well in battle for whatever reason.
Apparently.
That's a 12.
12.
Or,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 13 to hit.
13 does hit. Obviously, it's just the game.
So
Yeah.
I am going to. So I'm going to do a little bit of game mechanics here, real quick. So I have 2 moves. One is called Merciless, meaning I just have an additional D4 straight to damage. 2 levels ago, I also took Scent of Blood, which means each additional attack versus the same enemy is an additional D4. So since I rolled over 10, my damage is now a D10, a D6, and 2 D4s.
Wow.
So he could theoretically kill him.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll let the camera get a hold of that.
That's
14, 18, 21 damage.
don't mess with Tan's eye.
26 is what he had. He takes 21, which is 47.
7.
He is still up.
I'm going to take another shot at him.
Well, hold on. The ship takes shots at the two of you. I need you both to roll Defy Danger Dexterity.
That is an 8.
I miss.
You miss.
I do not get it.
Tenzai, you
Wait.
are
6.
you are blasted off the platform and take 4 damage.
Okay.
And then you are hanging now as you slide along the top of this from the edge of the platform. So you're like hanging there. And then what did you roll?
8.
8. You can absolutely dodge this, but you're going to be in prime swing distance from the Inquisitor.
Damage the same if I
So he
Don't.
then takes a swing at you.
Okay.
What do you do?
try to block.
Roll to defend. Roll plus con.
Oh yeah, I do that. 9.
9. Hold 1. Do you want to... it's defend someone else. Take up a defensive stand. No, you're right. Do you want to have an attack's damage? Do you want to strike back at the attacker? Do you want to draw all the attention to yourself?
Strike back.
All right. So you are going to take damage. You're going to take 8 damage.
Okay, that's not awful.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
If you've got armor.
He sort of
Yeah, I do. So
slices
7.
against you. Yep. And then you're going to try strike him back. Now this is going to be you have to deal your damage with disadvantage, meaning roll 2 of your damage dice and take the lower.
And that's including my fist. Oh, I rolled a 10 on a d10, but you're making me take a 3. It was 13 or 4.
So what's the total damage?
4.
It's 51 on the Inquisitor.
Yep. So he falls down as you just slice him. He's dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna take
Quickly.
his lightsaber and point it at the Star Destroyer as like a threat.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Just
get
as
back
like
up.
a
I'm gonna get back up on
flavor.
the platform.
Yep. You hop up. Push yourself up.
Where's the shuttle?
Shuttle is coming back for another strafe.
Close enough.
Sure.
So I just go, all right, Trix, let's see what you got. And point my arm and fire my rocket.
All right. Roll 2d6. Add 2.
Nice.
What is that? What is it?
I rolled a 10, so
No!
it's 12.
Oh no! So he holds out his arm. it splits into like 7 different pieces as it crumbles sort of diagonally around you guys. You see the smoke coming off of the water as like the oil slick sort of covers the surface, and the rain quickly puts it out as nothing but a little bit of smoke and steam rises from where it landed in the water.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
I've been looking for one of those clone gunships.
Yes, you can be
and
looking for one of those
to
clone
try and
gunships.
like take one out.
I think-
or
Yeah.
take control of one.
Yeah, so you go over to one of the clone gunships nearby as you see your friend Al has been sort of helping with the clones on the other end. And he's not doing super well by himself because he's, yes, stormtroopers. He's not doing super well by himself over there, trying to protect your friends until you see a small little Unselin with a rocket launcher blow up like 4 of these stormtroopers as they like jump a couple of them into the water, and they're just like treading water trying to swim to like the central area with the ladders, but they're definitely taken out of commission. You have enough friends over there that it gets resolved.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna head that way anyway.
But you are over by a gunship.
Yeah.
You go over to one of the gunships and you see that all it's missing is essentially some juice.
All right. I'm gonna take the equivalent of Star Wars jumper cables out of my last adventuring gear,
Okay, his last adventuring gear.
and I'm going to kind of hook up my gun
Okay.
and trying to get it to start.
Go ahead and roll to defy danger intelligence.
Intelligence
I like to think you're a smart guy.
7.
Average IQ.
The ship starts up. Now, I'm going to give you a choice. Would you like to allow the ship to fly into space and then stop? Or would you rather destroy this gun?
Destroy the gun. Mm-hmm. Oh, so no weapons or no mobility later.
Yeah, no mobility in space or no gun right now.
I'll take the no mobility in space.
Okay, so the ship starts up. The doors close. And you have a gunship.
All right, I'm
Nice.
going to. How far away are the other shuttles?
There's no other shuttles.
There's no other shuttles.
Yeah.
Are there any other
Some
Imperial?
TIE fighters are coming out of the Star Destroyer, but other than that.
Oh, okay. Well, I go to pick up everyone at the landing pad that
Yep.
they're on.
Yep.
And I say, "Quick, get in!"
Door opens.
You know,
Why are we not taking our ship?
isn't it? Didn't they take it somewhere else?
Your ship's over there.
Ship's over there.
Yeah.
Oh, the guys that came out were overwhelming Alpha, and that's what.
Yeah, because remember I said there was a whole other group.
Yeah. So is there
that makes more sense.
is there a way to like autopilot this thing into space?
Just shoot it out.
Yeah, just be like, and have it go, and then we can hop in our ship and take off the other way.
Sure. Tricks. Can you hotwire this
She
thing?
runs over there and she's like,
Give me a remote control of this thing. I don't know.
Is there a way
send
just
it
to
out into
is there a way
space.
just to program it?
Are there
Yeah.
To
are
take
there
off.
any astromechs that we've just like stumbled upon here?
no,
Okay,
I didn't write one into the adventure, so no.
So
fair enough.
so this is more of just like a question for like the world. Is it something that like can you just program a ship to like autopilot?
It's pretty analog.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, it could go
Certain ships,
forward.
yes.
It could just go forward. I mean, it's a in atmosphere and space gunship, but
Well-
it's not really designed for space.
Well, and there's 2 types. There's one that goes in space on the planet, and there's some that are made for just planet.
this has got the shielding to be okay, but it's more so just a transport.
Yeah,
so
gunship is a misleading.
Can we put a cinder block on the gas
the most
and
part.
send it
Just
Yes.
into
point it-
a straight line?
Yes.
yeah,
Let's do that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that is the basic ask. The answer is yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Basic.
Flying out there. It's doing it.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And we fly opposite direction.
Yep.
Like
go
around.
ahead and roll for me somebody plus charisma.
That is not me.
That should have been me.
You're bluffing.
That's all right. 11.
You're bluffing.
No, it's not
11.
bad.
That's good. That's good.
You're bluffing.
That's
And you
an
see
11.
these TIE fighters blow up that gunship. It's over in the distance. They just blow it up.
It's a relic from the good old days. Gone
Very gone.
again.
Sarge, I know where you can buy another.
And then
Why buy one? I can steal them here.
as you guys fly off into the distance, you hear that radio frequency again. You tune in. And you hear, get the body of the Inquisitor. We'll get him in the back to tank.
I'm gonna use the ship's guns and shoot at the corpse of the Inquisitor.
You guys fly away.
We're already on the way.
You're gone.
Oh,
You're flying
They're
away.
Darth Mauling this guy.
Why not? I get one Inquisitor. I want to keep him. I like him.
I like him.
We didn't learn anything about him.
That's
True. We learned that he can be bisected.
That's true.
He
we
can be
we
God.
learned that he looks like Cobra Commander.
Oh yeah,
Which is pretty
He's
sick.
got a sick helmet.
Yeah.
Because apparently Ross didn't think I knew what that meant. Michelle put 61 beans. I don't think anyone noticed that.
I did. I
Oh,
did.
I got it. I got
Okay.
it. I got it.
I just now saw that.
So you're continuing to fly out in the distance. Is there anything you guys like to do, convene, talk about together? Because I'm almost...
We're at 199 beans, by the way.
So who was on that ship? Yeah, because I never resolved what happened to Hybro.
Yeah. What did? Do we have a cut?
I think Hybro's still
Yeah,
on.
let's cut away Hybro.
on
Hybro.
the city.
I like this. Let's cut away for Hybro, and Hybro is there on the ground. You guys are flying away, and you're like, "Where's Hybro?" And the Inquisitor is put into the tank, and Hybro is talking, and you hear like a. And Hybro says, "No, they did not tell me much, but yes, I can help your Inquisitor friend. You wish for me to give him what? No, sir, I'm afraid I cannot. They took Alpha. It will be difficult to replicate, but I can try." Let me cut back to you guys.
All right.
Well, I got these.
Can I flash back and just take her out? No.
Can you all explain to me what's going on? I have no clue why we're on Camino.
Well, first and foremost, you're welcome.
I mean, I think what you mean is you're welcome because, or I should be saying that because I took out one of those probe droids for you.
Yeah.
And then and like we literally both just start laughing at each other. You took a swan dive from 300 feet. You don't remember that part, probably.
Another happy
It was
landing.
more than that. Tila Voss pipes in.
You're just jealous.
So here's the thing. You were seconds from death. The fact that you survived at all was astounding.
It's a miracle from the Force.
Actually, about that, the force was not really there for you when you were dead-ish.
Yeah.
Probably bled out a lot, missing a lot of midichlorians. It makes sense.
Go ahead and make, for me, just a roll plus charisma.
Let's see if these dice fail me again or not. They did. That's a 5.
A 5. Okay. Mark experience.
Yep.
As the best thing that I could tell you from your 5 is that the Force died for your sin.
What? I'm confused.
Meaning you fell off a building and I, wanting to keep you in the game, had to take something. And what I took was a lot of the Force.
So we scooped you up, what was left of you, got you back on the ship, found Hybro, and she said that she could bring you back. And she did. Probably gonna do the same for them too.
Those Kaminoans are a pain in the neck, but they know how to do bioengineering.
Well, I appreciate the rescue. It's quite the feat.
To be honest, yeah, it's it's nice to have you back. To be honest,
Although it'd be nice if you'd would stop bringing inquisitors on our trail.
Well, if I could help it, I would.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Al.
So,
Oh yeah.
this is Al. He's,
I'm a clone.
nah, you're your own man.
She's a clone.
I'm a clone.
But anyway, he was, one of multiple down there. I wonder if we should... They're all still there.
Yeah. I'm not going back down there. Are you crazy?
No.
I'm kind of worried now. Because, no offense, but it didn't take much for you to convince me.
Right.
And, you say that they're the bad guys. Well, I believe it. But, what if they think that they're supposed to serve the bad guys?
That's what I'm thinking.
And I just kind of like handle the vials. I think they won't necessarily find what they're looking for. Just a bunch of zombies.
I'm sorry, has his inhibitor chip been removed yet? Do we know?
What's an inhibitor chip?
We'll talk later.
Do you know what that is?
I
Does
would
your
think
character
so.
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
D6 was executed, but I don't know if you know per
I
se.
I think after a couple years, I would have found out.
I don't know. Why,
You can spout
why
some
don't you
lore
roll
on
a
it.
spout lore? Do it.
Find out if
This is going to be very interesting.
We don't see those dice. Nope, there we go.
Spout lore is, remember?
Plus intelligence.
That is 7.
Sure. You know that Order 66 was programmed into the clones. How, you're not sure.
Gotcha.
All right. So Al, we've got a lot.
I know.
I love it.
We've got a lot of history to catch you up
Arbitrarily.
on.
I don't know what that means, so sure.
Tila pipes in the in honor of Ahsoka. You know, it's her birthday or something, right?
Yeah.
She pipes in and says, "So, what are we going to do about the diadem? Regardless of what happens with clones or other things, this is the most important thing that Vader has been hunting us for, right?
It is.
What do we do about it?"
I think we need more answers before we say we can just get rid of it. I think we need to know more about what it can do and why he's after it. And, or, if we can split it up and sell pieces of it. So he'll at least have to hunt for the whole thing.
Well, it's been a month, so I understand if you forget. But there is a
I've been up for a month.
ancient
Hold
Sith, ancient Sith temple that we could take this to.
Oh, that's right.
And learn more about it and maybe destroy it or whatever.
Oh, that's. Yeah, duh.
So then that's our next heist, yes?
Yes, we need to
Yes.
head to the temple.
I agree.
I see. What time do you want to end this episode?
We can end it like now if you want.
Well, I'm just curious. We should finish up these conversations till
Yeah.
we're done, and then we'll end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al?
So,
Al,
What?
do you like money?
I don't really have much use for it.
yeah.
Maybe it didn't back on Camino, but you're no longer in the service, my friend. Man's got to make a living.
For some reason, that bothers me greatly.
Let's find. Let's find you a shirt and some like real clothes.
Boy, look at me. I'm shredded.
Agreed. I just need to concentrate. Hey, Trix, can we work out?
Grusk is like, my sister.
Like, I was trying to tell you, Grusk.
Don't make that canon. Don't do it.
So he's gonna turn to Trix and be like, Trix, can we figure out a weapon for this guy? What do you want to use?
I was trained to use guns. I'd like a gun, please.
I think we can figure something out.
DC 15?
And so I'll see if Trix and I can kind of put something together that'll work for him.
You give him a gun.
Gotta be a sweet gun.
It's a sweet gun.
Sweet
It's
gun.
an automatic weapon.
Sweet
Gun.
gun.
Righto.
Gotta give it a name.
Well, I'm gonna call it General.
That's fitting.
If I can't be one, this fucker can.
I like it.
That's where we drop the F-bomb.
Hell yeah.
That's where we use our PG-13 as the
He said it like 3 times already.
I don't know. Al is just somebody else.
Yep.
I can't be held
I love
responsible
him.
for what happens when I'm New Zealand.
He's one of my favorite NPCs now.
He's a good
Right.
one.
Al's awesome.
He's great.
But to that end, I do gotta say I appreciate you jumping in and helping us out. That would have been bad news if you wouldn't have stepped in.
So, do we... No, great, sure. But orders are orders. Who do we follow here? Who do I, answer to? Which one of you is, in charge?
Well, that would be me, of course.
Okay.
I just step in before anyone else can say anything.
What are we... What are we? We a rebellion? How do we get back at those shinies?
Shiny.
That is a thing.
Aren't
for-
shinies like new clones?
Yep.
To be honest, we're kind of a
Oh.
collective. We're kind of a, I don't know, kind of a ragtag group of miscreants.
Okay.
I think you and I are going to have an interesting relationship.
I'm not like him.
I understand that. That's not what I'm getting at.
I was making a
right.
gay joke.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I wanted him to catch it.
Because did he see me fighting the Inquisitor or no?
He did.
Yeah.
Didn't make any impact. He didn't hear the execution of the order.
Well, I get that, but I'm like Jedi and clone.
Right. No, he understands. That's
No,
why he asked who was in charge.
Yeah.
He's, not sure.
and because he's anti-empire, just
Yeah.
because I told him they're the bad guys.
Yeah.
As in his early development, he has been acknowledged to hate the Empire.
I told him, well, I mean, the Empire did kill the Republic, metaphorical.
Yeah, you guys better never ever tell him the truth.
It's just how liberty dies.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know.
Thunderous applause.
Okay, so... Great. Tila, I'm Al.
He meets the gang.
Yeah.
So wait, so we don't want to teach him the history?
I don't. It's not super deep. It's just make sure that if you do explain it to him, make sure that it's the rendition that you want.
Propaganda.
Eggshell topic.
You know what I mean? Like, because the Empire is constantly yelling the false narrative,
Right.
and anytime you hear something over and over again, it somehow beats its way in.
Oh, for sure.
So,
We're going to go watch some holocrons. Come with me. We've got some history to catch you up.
Tila takes Jeeve over to the bridge,
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna hang out with her for the rest of
and
the
she says,
episode.
So, here. This is the planet. It's, an unknown planet. It's a bunch of numbers. But this is where Krokul Ma, his tomb is.
Okay. Seems like that's
That's where the temple is?
it's a good
That's what the
start.
temple is.
Seems like that's a plan for our next heist. I agree. It's a good idea. Why don't you come with us on that one?
Sure.
Get you out of the ship a little bit. Good chance for us to all
I never got to say,
hang out.
I, for one, am glad you're alive.
And she kisses you on the cheek.
Oh. Well, it's good to be back. It's good to see you again.
Got him. Woo! It's kind of weird, but it's cool. I love it.
It's good to be back. And it's good to see you again too.
All right, Trix.
I love it.
We got some work to do on this arm. That was awesome, by the way. We need to see what else we can do.
All right. All right, let's pick up there next time. Thanks for having a good time with me. And thanks for liking, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties. We're going to get there. But it's just it's a wild ride, wild whirlwind of a game. I will not, of course, Michelle, I always love to carry over your beans, and I will carry them into the new sunrise.
We are carrying over 199 beans.
199 beans.
I'll write it down.
We'll have to remember.
I'm going to add
Then-
1 bean.
Oh, 200 beans.
200 beans.
200 beans.
200.
I already
200
wrote a 1 down.
beans. 200 kisses on his cheek.
Oh, dang.
Just kidding.
For 3 hours.
It's just the same side.
It's a fictional character that I had
It's
developed
like, okay, can you stop this?
to have a small relationship with Jeeve, and it felt fitting
That makes sense.
to
Yeah.
acknowledge those things. It's just Jackson's reaction that got me, because he felt it and he was like,
adorable.
"Aw," like, and I was like, "I feel good, but should I feel good?" I, for one, do feel good. So I hope you feel good. Blushes. Sorry, I'm gonna say blushies. That's way cute.
Blushies is
Blushies. Thank you. And if my wife is still awake, I love you too. Good night. Have a good one on Star Wars Ragtag. I am so glad you're alive. Fade to black.